Okay, friends, like I'll be reading the text, Luke 12, verses 13 to 21 from the NIV. Someone in the crowd said to Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." Jesus replied, "Man, who appointed me a judge or an arbiter between you?" Then he said to them, "Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in the abundance of possessions." And he told them this parable: a ground of a certain rich man yielded an abundant harvest. He thought to himself, "What shall I do? I have no place to store my crops." Then he said, "This is what I'll do. I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I will store my surplus grain. And I'll say to myself, you have plenty of grain laid up for many years. Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself?" This is how it would be for whoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich toward God. My title is Affluenza. As people in affluent societies stock up on the latest smartphones and flat screen TVs, it's hard to deny the increasing wealth in many parts of the world. You might call it affluenza. There's anxiety, however, amid so much prosperity. "It is the economic puzzle of our time," said Robert Samuelson in the Washington Post. I wonder if this is true because we are attempting to find security in more stuff that is temporary and fleeting. The Bible calls this pursuit of more stuff greed. Jesus warned his followers about greed by telling the story about a rich man. The problem with this rich man was not that he had an abundance of bumper crops or that he decided to build more storage space. The problem was that he invested his entire life in his possessions. He drew his security from his material goods and failed to be rich toward God. Beloved, rejecting the knowledge and precept of God as the basis for life made him a fool. He was living for the moment while presuming on the future. How many know the good life cannot be found in things? Instead of seeking our security by acquiring more stuff, may we find true satisfaction by investing our resources and our lives in God's kingdom. Can we say amen?
Amen.
Amen.
All right. My next one is Psalm 101, still from the NIV. I will sing of your love and justice to you, Lord. I will sing praise. I will be careful to lead a blameless life. When will you come to me? I will conduct the affairs of my house with a blameless heart. I will not look with approval on anything that is vile. I hate what faithless people do. I will have no part in it. The perverse of heart shall be far from me. I will have nothing to do with what is evil. Whoever slanders their neighbor in secret, I will put to silence. Whoever has haughty eyes and a proud heart, I will not tolerate. My eyes will be on the faithful in the land, that they may dwell with me. The one whom walk in blameless will minister to me. No one who practices deceit will dwell in my house. No one who speaks falsely will stand in my presence. Every morning I will put to silence all the wicked of the land. I will cut off every evildoer from the city of the Lord. I've just read in your hearing Psalm 101 in its entirety. A few years ago, officials in Philadelphia were astonished to receive a letter and payment from a motorist who had been given a speeding ticket in 1954. John Gage and his English tourist had been visiting the city of brotherly love when he was cited for speeding. The penalty was $15. But Gage forgot about the ticket for almost 52 years until he discovered it in the old coat. I thought I've got to pay it, said Gage, then 84, and the resident of a nursing home in East Sussex. Englishmen pay their debts. My conscience is clear. This story reminds me of the psalmist David's commitment to integrity. Although he made some terrible choices in his life, he declares his resolve to live blamelessly. His integrity would begin in the privacy of his own house and extend to the choice of his friends and colleagues. In sharp contrast to the corrupt lives of most kings in the ancient Near East, David had an integrity that led him to respect the life of his sworn enemy, King Saul. As followers of Jesus, we are called to walk in integrity and maintain a clear conscience. When we honor our commitment to God and to others, we will walk in fellowship with God. Our integrity will guide us and help us to walk securely. How many know that there's no better test of a man's integrity than his behavior when he is wrong? Can we say amen?